if you have a lawyer and you have YouTube, you can prevent going to jail while you get pulled over. What's up? What's up with all these fucking internet warriors out here fucking talking about how they know the 10 commandments and the fucking all the amendments when they get pulled over?
My
Sovereign
favorite is
citizens.
when they on the fly make up the law. Like on the fly, they're like, "Yeah, this is the law." No, ma'am. Actually, article blah 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 blah, and they just make shit up on the fly. That's
Yeah, they're
funny.
just travelers, right? They're sovereign citizens, or the one that was you see all the time where they're like, they're filming and they're like, and what law was broken, and what right do you have to pull me over? And then the cops like, hey, can I have your proof of insurance? And they're like, well, I can't because I'm filming and it's on my phone. And he's like, well, you chose to film, so
My
I need
favorite
to
is when
update the app.
the sovereign citizen gets pulled over, and I don't know why this is like a word in their vocabulary that makes sense to them and the situation, but they say, "This is treason. This is treason."
Mm,
What? Dumb
yeah.
dumb.
They're like weekend warriors, Like they all went to fucking YouTube lawyer school.
Jesus. Dude, I watched this one yesterday. Cops pulling up right on the car. I mean, he is walking up. He hit that left back tail light. You know, they touch it.
What is that? What's that all about?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if it's like a good luck thing, like may all be well. But anyways, he hit that tail light, and I swear to you,
May all be well.
he was side by side with the rear driver's side window, and the driver turns around and sticks a gun out the window and just like book book hits him in the arm, takes off. I mean, what is up with people, bruh?
Dude, and then they wonder why cops are like so, they stereotype and they're so on edge. It's like, dude, you walk up to a car and the tint is 5%, you can't see in it. You got people with fucking weapons and all kinds of crazy shit.
I would say probably out of every 10 of those videos that I watch, because I love them, they're just pure entertainment for me. I watch them constantly. I would say out of every 10 I watch, one of them ends up being like an exchange of bullets between the cops and the person in that car. And I'm like, what in the world? They pulled him over for a red light that they ran, you know?
Okay, so that's funny. What did you just say when I asked why do they touch the thing? The
Yeah,
tail light?
I don't, I said that, is it like, well, good luck. Like, I hope this stop is going to be safe.
So, you know what I thought in my mind, and it was the first thing that came up. So when a police officer does that, they put their thumbprint on the light. That way, if something were to ever happen, their thumbprint would be tracked to the car. May you be on your merry way. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm saying, I don't know if it was like superstition or something.
Maybe it's just say, hey, baby,
Hey, baby.
I'm gonna make this stop my bitch. But no, yeah, you're right, dude. Like, could you imagine? So here, there's so many different things with. There's a guy on. I don't know if it's like Facebook or Instagram. His name is Sheriff Frank Schlop or something. I think
Yeah.
he's pretty good, but he definitely like pokes the bear. He definitely pushes the envelope. You know what I'm saying?
I think
But they kind of come at him first.
I think his thing is more for like getting views and entertainment. Where the ones that I like are the Axon body cams. Those are the best. You have to get those through police departments, and then, content creators will pull that information, incorporate their face into the video, and then, talk about it. And
Speaking
so
of dum
I think
dums
his thing
getting
is just like a YouTube channel.
Yeah, speaking of dum-dums getting pulled over, so Justin Timberlake got a DUI, and
Dude, I shit you not, I had that on my feed right before we went on.
is that his second? Because
I
he
don't
got
know, dude.
one
Let me
like
see if I have it still. I got it here.
he
Hold
got
up.
one like 2 years ago, and he was like, I will never break the law again. So I'm hoping this is the number 2 because he would look like a real ding dong if he was out here with his second Dewey. But
You want to
he
watch
was
a little bit of it?
Yeah, he was pretty tuned up at the jail because he was like, "Do you treat everybody like this? Like
It-
they actually have these on? Like this
So
is
that's good that you're saying that, because I've got a couple that are perfect for the show. They're the shorts. They're not the whole thing. So if you're
okay?
down to watch,
Yeah,
they'll
yeah,
be
put it
funny. You
on.
want to watch?
Yeah,
All right, cool. Let's
I'm
do
just trying to
this.
figure out if it was the second. I'll figure that out while you play it.
Justin Timberlake body cam footage. Here we go. All right, let's play this first one.
I'm on a world tour.
Well, this one says
Sorry about
2024.
that.
Yeah,
Footage.
it was June 2024.
Was the second one or the first?
I think this is all the same one, but I think what's happened. So what's happening right now? Why it's in the news is he's trying to have it. He's trying to have all of the video footage like covered up, like he's like on
It
the
ain't covered
Epstein's
up
list.
anymore.
So he's trying to have all of these videos taken down so the public can't see them. That's why I think he's up.
I'm saving this bitch to my hard drive.
Yes.
Damn,
We left foot on the line.
Did you see that first step?
yeah, that dude was blitzed. You hear the copy said, "You're Justin Timberlake." He was like, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, I'm on world tour."
My first question is, why is he okay,
That blows my mind.
he's so rich. Not only can he get an Uber, but he could get a limousine driver. He can get a jet. He could have a helicopter land at the
Dude.
Denny's parking lot.
That shit blows my mind. When I hear about wealthy people getting DUIs, I have this much sympathy for you.
Seriously.
There's no reason for this day and age to not have a driver. And there was
A woman tries to.
right here. Wow.
Wow.
Get
What
outta
is
here.
this sense of entitlement because they loved a song? Let this guy go?
Yeah, dude. If that's not a liberal mindset right there. Supposedly that woman was following him. Like it was a friend of his.
Was she
So
drunk? Did
it
she
was
get a
not-
DUI?
so the first thing I'm thinking is like, if you were, so he had a rental, what he was driving was a rental, and I guess she was following him back to where he was going. And it's like, dude, you couldn't just drive him? Like, if it was that big of a deal, like,
Seriously. And he's pretty blitzed. I mean, the first
He's
step he
faded.
took, he looked like he was about to eat the fucking pavement.
well, and not to mention, if you have the other reel that when he's in jail, like,
I have it. It's the next
He's-
one we're playing.
yeah, you can see he's like,
More footage shows.
yeah, look at him.
Timberlake
He's
cuffed to a
faded, dude.
table at the police.
all night.
It might not be this one. You might be over at the other one, and they actually have.
You
Earlier
guys
this
are
month,
wild.
Timberlake-
One
That
martini.
dude did not have one martini.
One martini. Get out of
One
here.
martini after the other is what he should have said.
Pleaded guilty.
So first of all, I don't think that that's the public's information. That look, he made a mistake. It is what it is. Like I don't think that that should be like plastered on the news like that. However, like the thing that
Wait a
bothers
minute. This is my opinion. I've always felt this way. When you're a celebrity, when you're a leader, when you're someone in the community that creates influence to other people, young people, I'm sorry. You fuck up like that, you should be plastered over everything.
well, I mean, like
Because
it's
you're a role model to some people.
true. I could see it that way. But like the sense of entitlement, like, oh, didn't you like bye? Like, can't you just do us a
Okay.
favor? Come on, it's JT. Like,
Yeah,
if
that's
he
fine.
would have smashed into a family and killed them, like, I just don't
Yeah, that
understand.
JT's gonna be like bye to that family if he killed them.
You hear so many, like, especially like athletes, like getting locked up for DUIs and beating their girls and shit. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
I
Anyway,
don't even
so
do that shit, and I'm poor.
he was too blitzed to be a YouTube lawyer. He was more like, I'm on world tour. He was faded, dude. That was one martini. Fuck out of here. Dude,
There was
martinis
this
are
one
deadly.
lady. The whole time she was on the side of the road, she kept telling the cops, if you before they even knew what was going on, she was yelling at them. She was like, if you even defend him, you have camel phobia. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Like nonstop.
Hey, have you ever?
He's a, Casper, and and you have camel
He's an
phobia.
Islamophobe.
That's the camel.
Yeah. So sorry. So have you ever noticed that when people call somebody or they reach out, like, you remember what was the show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, when you have a lifeline?
Yeah.
Anytime that somebody calls somebody, that person that answers the phone gives them the worst advice.
Not only that, have you noticed that when somebody tries to call somebody, about 99% of the time it's their mom, yet they're an adult.
Yeah, but like they always give the word. So here's the other thing is, by the time they get that person on the phone, like shit has elevated to like DEFCON 10, right?
Yeah.
So by the time that somebody's on the phone, it's their mom. It's like, all right, dude, I'm ripping you out of the car. And the mom's like, I'll have you sued and da 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 da. And it's like,
Dude,
This
you
is the
should
other
have
thing is
seen.
like when you see videos, you never see like when somebody posts a video with like an ICE agent hitting somebody, they forgot to show you the 6-minute video before they got hit. You know, they forgot to see where everybody was nice and friendly, and then it elevated and escalated to that. Same
I'm gonna
thing.
see if I
Like,
can check this out. Is this it? Let me see. Wait,
do
I
you
don't.
have reasonable suspicion to pull me over?
There's this one, Vernon, where this kid gets pulled over. He's like 17 years old. He's considered a minor, and the cop notices the smell of marijuana, and then he could see shake throughout the whole car. He said when he flashed his light in. Next thing you know, on the other side of the road, this like Jeep Grand Cherokee pulls up, and it's the kid's mom. And she's cool at first, she's chill. And the next thing you know, she's telling her son not to get out of the car, screaming it across the road. And the kid is like confused and he's trying to listen to his mom. But the next thing you know,
He's
he's
stoned.
doing what the cop says. And she gets out and that cop turns around and just throws her ass on the ground and arrests her, then arrests the son. It was mayhem.
You
And
guys
then
want
through
me
the
to
whole
stay the
thing, I'm
night
watching,
here?
and this mom has a beautiful butt. I was like, man, look at that.
Of course you would. Yeah, I don't understand, dude. I don't understand why people, and I feel like your first comment to the police officer sets the tone, right? Like, listen, there's going to be cops out there who are assholes, period, right? But I feel like if I were to get pulled over, my first comment's going to be like, "Hey, sir, how are you? What do you need from me? Like, how can I expedite this in a friendly manner?" The minute
I'm
I say,
sorry, but I don't know right now on American soil of one traffic stop that does not have a body cam on. I don't
but
see how they're assholes and they're doing the job. They're following it
no,
and they're being recorded.
what I'm saying is if I got pulled over tonight, right? The first thing I would do, I'd roll down my windows, I'd turn off my car, I put I do everything I'm supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
And then when he comes up, I could say, "What do you need from me? License? Bam. Registration? Bam. Insurance? Bam."
I would already have them in my hand waiting
How
for
are
me
you doing this?
like that.
But the very first thing that when shit gets sideways, the very first comment from the driver is always like, "Do you have a reasonable suspicion to pull me over?" Their windows like cracked like this. They have a lot of these people have like little laminated pieces of paper that they stick to the window, and
But they
it's
do
like
this.
I,
Just
I,
watch it.
right to
They do
refuse.
this.
Yeah.
I'm recording you too. And the officer every time is like, ma'am, you're on body cam. We're recording as well. And they still act a fool knowing that they're on body cam. That's what's
So
crazy to me.
put yourself in the police officer, right? So you approach a vehicle, you don't know who's driving, you don't know who's in the vehicle, you know nothing. So you're already like a little like, okay, like you said, this day and age, like you got to be a little weird walking into every stop. And then immediately you're approached with that, like phone in the face. Ooh, you're immediately going to be like, all right, here we are. We're here right now. And you're not going to be Mr. You're not going to be Mr. Nice Guy. You're going to be irritated. And then all of a sudden they try to tell you they know the law better than you and this, that, and the other. And
I'm just so thankful for body cam footage. Have you heard of that movie? It's not a movie, it's a documentary. It's called The Perfect Neighbor.
oh, yeah. Is this the woman, the older woman and the kids playing her yard or something?
Here, I'm gonna play a trailer for you. But
Is that what
before
it
we
is?
play this, yeah.
And
But
she ends up
before I
like
play
killing
this
one of them or something?
trailer, what?
Doesn't she kill one of them or
Yeah,
they
she
kills
kills one
her?
of the neighbors. But what's
Yeah.
cool about this thing is, and it's not
Yo,
cool, a woman lost her life. But what was interesting in the way they did this documentary on Netflix, they, I think, used over 250 hours or something of body cam footage. And that's how you watch this movie, through body cam. There's no
yo,
lights. There's no, here, you'll see.
hold
Watch
on.
it.
Before you play
All
it,
right. Yeah.
when I watched this a couple weeks ago, it reminded me of Melrose Square Way, dude. You know who I'm talking about down in the corner?
Oh, the backers.
Yes, sir. That's
My
exactly
God,
what I
Jesus.
thought about when I saw this.
It is the backers.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, check this out. This is interesting to say the least.
And it showed how they got there.
And mind you, these kids were being kids, playing in the neighborhood, and all of this started because you had this crazy woman who couldn't stand children. It's pretty intense, dude. You got to watch the movie.
I did watch it. I just fucking told you
I
that.
thought you said you just saw the trailer. I'm sorry.
No, I watched the whole thing.
Okay, well then, for our viewers, this is a really good piece. You know, it's incredible.
You should stop breathing.
That's a woman who dies. That woman. We're 11. Do you remember how she killed her?
Didn't she go in her house or something?
No, the lady was knocking on the door, banging on it, like trying to, like she had enough harassment of her children. And she was doing the thing that probably any smart parent would do, defend their child and be like, what's going on? Like, this is ridiculous. And the woman shot her through a closed door. Didn't even have her through her sights.
So I don't know if I watched the whole thing. I might have turned it off, but I do remember that it was very one-sided against that woman.
What are you talking about? There's documented call after call after call.
I know, but
about from her, that woman, saying the kids are being loud.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I am willing.
She went to prison and she was convicted of manslaughter. Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if those kids fucking antagonized her.
Ronan, everybody that has any sense in the world knows that. You're not coming on to something mysterious.
We all know
that the kids antagonized her, but you know what? That's kids playing in a neighborhood, and guess what? She even had her landlord put up signs, and the kids never crossed over that. And it wasn't even her property, it was a rental. These kids, Ronan, these kids have two choices coming from a community like that. They either do their thing and be kids and play, or they go this way and deal with drugs and get killed and shit like that.
No, I know. Listen, we grew up in a neighborhood like that but we didn't have those crazy ass neighbors. But that's I've always I never understood why people move into areas. Like, we have a neighbor across. We're in a court. We have a neighbor across the street. They hate kids. It's like, why do you move into a court or a neighborhood, especially down in Florida, dude? Just over 55s in every goddamn corner.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. Is your neighborhood, are there any other kids in the neighborhood?
Yeah, but we're definitely the younger of the group.
There are kids though in the neighborhood. I thought your community was like an older community.
It is older. It's like old money. And it's not like where we grew up, where I feel like every other house had kids. Here, there's not a lot of kids in my neighborhood.
Dude, you remember when we were little, we used to have full on like hockey games on rollerblades.
Hell yeah, dude. There'd be like 20 of us.
It was great.
Yeah, your boy Antoine Terrar was a monster.
Oh my goodness.
He was a beast. Monster. He was really good. Mr. Canadian. Wasn't he Canadian? Or French or something?
No, he's like a damn Lebanese.
Something like that.
Algerian.
Something like that.
I don't know. He's a hairy motherfucker.
Yeah, I do remember that. But yeah, these people are crazy, dude, out here. I don't understand. That's like the whole ICE thing. It's like it's like they forget they're on camera. It's like all of this is being recorded. Like, fuck, my glasses can record you. Like, I just assume that nowadays everything is controlled. It's videoed, it's audioed, it's whatever, dude. Like, everything is public information.
Let me ask you something. With all of that technology you mentioned, don't you think the way social media is, YouTube, you name it, any platform, period, if there's an audience and it can be said, don't you think when it comes to politicians, the other side, let's not even talk about like people being pulled over, just politicians, the things that come out of their mouths, don't you think they would be careful? I don't know. Some of them are dummies.
Yeah, I've heard, like, I don't know, man.
Like, I've never heard a bigger dummy than AOC. She says things out of her mouth. You could just get right on YouTube and type in AOC rants, and it'll give you a 25 minutes.
You know who says a lot of dumb shit? Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah,
that guy's always saying like some off the wall. Like, what really comes down to when people are like freestyling, you can tell when people are like freestyling, and that's when they get in trouble because they start saying like stupid shit. Like,
off script.
Hakeem Jeffries said the other day something about, if Trump's not careful, he's going to get people killed. And it's like, you got to be a little more careful when you say shit like that, like, I mean, but then again, like, Trump says some stupid shit too, like they all say some off the Chuck Schumer, all of them, Nancy Pelosi, they're all fucking lunatics. It's good versus evil, right?
Yeah. Good versus evil.
They, I think a lot of times they're also not like most politicians aren't like people's people. So they're very like they don't have that charisma that a lot of us have. So they're very like dry and they just come off the cuff and say something and it's like, "Oh my God, dude, you're an idiot."
What's up with that one dude, Joe Kent? Do you hear about him?
Yeah, he resigned or
He
something.
resigned, director of
And then they
national
immediately like
counterterrorism.
went after him.
Oh my God, right away.
He like resigned and then went and took a dump. And when he was wiping, they were like, "By the way, you're under investigation." He was like, "What?"
Well, he says he quit over a disagreement with the U.S. war going on with Iran. He's totally against it. I mean, so he's under investigation now?
Dude, I mean, honestly, dude, I'll be completely 100 with you. The last couple weeks, I've like pulled back from the politics because it's all bullshit, dude. Like,
It is.
no matter how you cut it, Oh, you know what's funny is I meant to tell you. So I opened up Facebook today. I was looking at a trade, and there's some No Kings protests going on this weekend
Where?
down here.
Oh my God, are you going?
No, there'll be like 7 people there, and it'll be the same family.
You might get some good content through the metas.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? Like, I don't need to be around crowds like that because I'll.
Dude, I wonder if you wore the metas and threw a ball cap on, if it would like distract from those little cameras on there.
So I will say this: the video sucks if you have a hat on because I was recording a soccer game and like the brim like covers it. But I'll tell you what though, they
Ronan, then
make little
reposition it and like go like that or something.
they make little stickers that go over the light, like black stickers. So the light you can't see the light when it shines. That's also kind of weird. It's like, so you're basically hiding the fact that you're recording. Dude, when I showed up to that No Kings
Who cares?
protest down here, dude, I don't know, man. I must just like ooze. My aura must just be like, I'm here for the smoke. Like the second I crossed the road. And I was very neutral. I was literally just going to get some content. And that's where your girl was there, Kate. She went the day after.
Yeah.
She went there the day after. You know what?
She was
I'd
down
probably
there
run
at the
into her
beach.
ass. I'd love to run into her and get up on her show.
She was down there.
She lives here.
I
She
know.
lives in
She was
Tampa.
out on the beach a couple weeks ago talking to
Yes, you saw
students.
that?
That
Dude,
was
these
so
kids
funny.
are so stupid.
But the best part of it to me, like you got to watch to the end where it shifts and they're like, okay, who's Taylor Swift? Okay,
Yeah.
who's she married to?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what's the number one song in America right now? Blah, blah, blah.
Bang,
Everything
bang,
pop
bang, bang,
culture,
bang. Right? Yeah.
all of them. They don't know anything about their country. They don't know anything
She
about
said,
their...
dude, I'll tell you, man, when I hear questions like that, it terrifies me when people are like, what countries are, bordered to America? And they'll be like, oh, Spain.
Yeah, that's wild.
There's some idiots out there, man. Some real doomies.
I mean, you weren't too far off 2 weeks ago.
With what?
Geography.
Yeah. Well, at least I was in the same backyard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I'm messing with you.
But no, it was pretty bad. No, that was a show that really kind of opened my eyes to a lot of things because I never realized how big the Middle East was or
Dude,
how many things were in it.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like
I don't know why.
big
It's
box.
always been a thing for me. Geography and me click. Like if I shut my eyes, think about the map of the world.
Well, your
I think
family's
of it
also
as
Middle
big,
Eastern, so
blue,
there's
and
that.
round.
Your family, you have African and Middle Eastern in your family, so I would
Dude,
hope
you have European in yours.
What?
You have European in yours.
Yeah, but I understand Europe. I just don't know the Middle East.
Dude, I understand more than just the Middle
East. I Far East.
Oh,
But the yeah, dude, when you ask them questions, but yeah, and then you say some stupid shit like, yeah, who's Sexy Red? Oh, Sexy Red is blah 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 blah, and it's like, okay, but God forbid you know that there's the number one question. Okay, here's the question that I can tell if someone's mentally there. You like that? Mentally there. See, we're growing up on our podcast. We're maturing and using different terminology.
Ugh.
So I have always look. So you just got it. So you're
No,
mentally.
it's not that. Totally
You're not
different.
mentally there. You're
I'll
mentally
tell
one
you
of them.
after.
So here's the thing, right? Here's my $1 million question. And I want you to think about what I'm going to say to you, and I want you to use it. And if you're out there listening, all 2 of our listeners, I want you to use this. If you want to find out if somebody's smart or not, ask them how many weeks are in a year.
Oh, jeez.
Do you know?
Really?
I'm dead serious.
Here, I'll text it to you. No, 52 weeks in a year. Come on,
So
man.
it will blow your mind how many people don't know that.
That's ridiculous. You're not.
Bro, I'm telling you. So this is how the 52 weeks started, right? Almost every single day, I say to my kids, how many weeks are in a year? How many weeks are in a year? How many weeks are in a year? I don't care if they did their homework. I don't care if their projects are done. How many weeks are in a year? So when I was running the steakhouse in Maryland before we moved, we're sitting there and I'm talking to a couple of my managers and I'm talking to them about, everyone's like, oh, can we buy this? Can we buy this? And I'm like, no, man, we got a budget. Like, do we need all that silverware and all this stuff today? Or can we spread it out like a budget for the year? And I was like, like you break it out for every, and they were like, yeah. And I was like, so if we wanted to do that, how many would we buy? And I was like, how many weeks are in a year? And I could see the
Wheels turning.
the million, like the 1,000-meter stare. And I was like, shit, these bitches don't know how many weeks are in a year. So I was like, I'm not trying to make you feel dumb. I was like, if we're going to buy this, how many weeks are in a year? And one person said 74.
Wow.
Another one said 32. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my God, I'm paying these people like 75 grand a year as managers. And I was like, wait a second.
You do realize that is one of the hardest positions to fill in a restaurant is a good floor manager.
Yes.
Or a good manager that works under you as the general manager.
Yes.
That is the hardest position to fill.
It's
they
insane.
hire idiots most of the time.
And you're lucky if you can get one that's good, and then you have one or two which basically they close the restaurant and lock the door. So when I said to them, I was like, well, wait a minute. I was like, time out. We don't know how many weeks are in a year. Like, do we know how many seasons are in a year? Like, where are we right now? So I said to him, I was like, let me ask you something. We get paid every Friday. You don't know how many paychecks you get in a year? Like, do you know that you're on salary? Do you know how much your salary is? And they're just like, I get paid. It's like the Shelley effect. It's like
But guess what they do know
every Friday.
Guess what they do know?
They know who fucking Taylor Swift is married to.
No, that too. But guess what else they know? They're the ones that know the damn law when they get pulled over.
So check it out, right? So I'm not going to say anybody's name. So before we
Do I know this person?
Probably not, but they're near and dear to me. Well, you might know of them. You might not have never met them. So there's this person I know, and they are a teacher, like a high-end teacher, right? Smart kid teacher. And we're outside, and we were having a beer somewhere, and we were outside, and the conversation came up. I don't know how. And I told her about this story about my managers not knowing how many weeks are in a year. And right when I said it, you could see and I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker doesn't know how either. So they were like, oh, it's 64 or something. And I was like, oh my God. So now my running joke is I ask people how many weeks are in a year. And now I've stopped doing it because it is terrifying how many people
So
don't
you
know
actually were surprised that I knew.
I wasn't surprised that you knew. I was surprised by the pause. The pause scared me.
Oh, no. Because I thought you were joking. Like, I
was
wouldn't
like,
know that.
I was like, this motherfucker is going to go ask ChatGPT how many weeks in a year.
No.
But
I knew that. I mean, I own a home, like I pay my taxes and do all that stuff.
Hey, you know what though? That don't mean nothing. I'm telling you, that's the secret sauce. That is the question to ask people when you go to work tomorrow. Just randomly, like in talk. And you know what I found was the hardest part? The hardest part was more than 50% of the people don't know.
I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to take a survey and I'm going to put the results up on the show. I'll put it up. We'll post it.
You can post it in the comments to this show.
All right.
And I'll bet you if you ask 10 people, 4 of them have no clue.
I'll ask 47 people on my staff tomorrow.
Yeah, but you can't do it around each other. It has to be separate. So here's the even worse part. The worst part about it is how do you respond after they have no clue? Do you be like, dude, you're an idiot? Or do you ever see the things where they ask people questions? They'll be like, how many states do we have? They'll be like 41. He'll be like, yes, nice. And how many countries are borders to America? 7. Be like, nice, good job.
Yeah.
That's how you have to handle this. When somebody tells you tomorrow 71, there's 71 weeks in a year, just be like, oh, great, good stuff. I knew you were the smart one. I'm telling you, these people out here are so out of touch, dude.
Maybe we'll refine it a little bit. Instead of taking the poll, we'll record the whole thing, and I'll ask a bunch of people, and then we can post that, and they'll give the answers themselves.
I'm telling you, think it's funny. I'm telling you right now, in 24 hours from now, you are gonna rethink everyone you've ever met. And I guarantee you how many it's going to blow your mind. And then, you know, what's even crazier, that the people that you don't think would eat, like you would be embarrassed to ask, are the ones that don't know. Dude, 52 weeks.
Let me write that down, because this can be fun. It can actually be really fun.
The 52-week test. Oh my God, dude.
Well, I'm going to elaborate on it a little bit, and I'm going to do that as one of like 4 questions that everybody will get. I'll record it, and then I'll put it all together on one piece for YouTube.
Yeah. So, but like, oh my God, man, it's just like basic, you know, you hear people say, you know, how many, like, they don't know the difference, like, they don't know what like a continent is, or they don't know like states and countries. And man, it's scary, dude. And these are like college girls. Like, people will go to like college campuses and ask, like, who was the first president? They're like, William Shakespeare. It's scary, dude. Like, this is our future out here.
I saw some crazy conspiracy theory the other day about William Shakespeare, saying that William Shakespeare was really a black, get this, all 3 categories. You ready? A black Jewish woman. I was like, what?
Somebody, where did I see? Dude, you ever see when people talk about how like people have been cloned? What's it, Nicolas Cage or something that was supposed to be William Shakespeare's clone or some shit like that?
I don't know.
A black Jewish woman.
Yeah.
Do they make those?
Do they make those?
Do they make black Jewish women?
Yes, they make those.
They do?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they made those. But that's a rather odd mix, right?
Yeah, it was just out of nowhere. I was like, this is so random. The stuff you see online is just crazy. So,
dude, I don't we talk about this every week now. I don't believe nothing. Nada. Anything I see online, bullshit. I don't believe it.
There are some credible sources. You can't like say all
but
of
who?
it is just junk.
Who? Like Fox News is lies, CNN is I almost said cinema. That's what you call CNN, cinema, because that's what it is. It's all cinema.
That's the
dude,
new,
I don't believe
that's the new PTE Show vocabulary right there for CNN. Cinema. We will officially change that.
I'll tell you what, it took me about 10 minutes to fact check the whole. Did you see the plane that hit the fire truck?
Yeah, the Air Canada.
Yeah, so it hit me. Oh, dude, I got a lot of smoke for that. I posted something on, I don't know if it was TikTok or YouTube. I think it might have been YouTube. And I posted something about it. And all it said, call me crazy, but all it said was, that's crazy how, because the 2 pilots died and the front of the plane got absolutely just devastated. And in the caption said something like, and I'm supposed to believe that this plane just ripped through and brought down 2 buildings in 9/11. And they did not hold back. They came at me for that.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
I mean,
is
a fire truck stronger than?
Yeah, but think about it.
I know there's speed and there's size, and it's not the same plane, but I don't know, man. That plane got shadoinked.
Whether it was real or not, whether it was real or not, if that plane went into that building, I'm pretty certain that the last thing that pilot did, whoever was sitting at that control, went full power.
Well, and he also said something like,
Allah Akbar.
Allah, yeah. Holla at your boy.
72 virgins, I'm coming.
And they're all trans men.
Oh my goodness.
So far we're at 42 minutes and we've cussed a little bit, but we've been good. Tonight. YouTube, we've been good tonight, so be nice to us, you know.
Come on, please be nice to us.
We didn't use the R word with the hard R, you know, yet. I don't know, still got a couple more minutes.
Jesus.
I don't know, man. Like sometimes I'll put a post up and people love it, and then sometimes it's like trigger. Dude, they'll come at me for it, you know? I love it.
Boys going to the Formula One Grand Prix of Japan this weekend.
Fomalu'u.
Yeah, I told him get a phone because he's having troubles with his international calling. I said, just go get a phone and have it. You're going to be living there for 4 years, Get a
Yeah,
phone.
konnichiwa, baby.
Yeah.
That's, hey, get a
I'm so
Starlink.
envious. You have no idea what I would
What?
do to be in Japan right now.
Why? What's in Japan?
Just
We're in the greatest country in the world, man.
okay.
It just, isn't going very well. Dude, I saw the
Well, wait. Let's think about this for a second. We say it's the greatest country in the world, but what people fail to realize before they even get here is how hard it is to live in the United States. It's not easy to live here. Everything costs money. Now, I will say this, gas prices, I went to the pump, I fill up like twice a week, probably the beginning of the week and the end of the week, whatever, and then drive around on the weekends. But honestly, my gas only went up $10 to fill up. So it went from filling it at $30 a fill up to 40. You know what? I'll gladly pay that 40, knowing that this terrorist leadership that funded so many different terrorist groups throughout the world to cause chaos and havoc on every part of the globe is going to be eliminated. Why are liberals defending this?
You know what's funny is I remember when Biden, remember when he was instead of letting the prices go up, he went through the reserves, and they were like, the president doesn't have anything to do with the gas. Calm down, MAGAs. It's not about that. But now all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, now you care about the gas. Now because you found a little crack in the bowl, it's like now you give a shit about gas, but you didn't care about it when Biden was sucking us dry.
That's a funny thing. You can, go, one administration to the other and just compare the same topic from one administration to the other. And 90% of the time, liberals complain because Trump is in office, not because it's happened to them before,
Yeah, you remember how I've said that Democrats, they have no creative, it's always like recycled memes from the past, and then they just basically change the head of it. So I saw something on YouTube yesterday, and it was a guy pumping gas at the pump, and there was a sticker with Donald Trump pointing at the thing and saying, "I did that." And all I could think was, bro, I had those stickers like 3 years ago, posting them all around Frederick County on every gas pump. I'm like, and this is it? This is your creativity? You just change the head? And come on, man, you can do something better than that. Come on, bro. Don't be an R word, Don't be an R word. Anyway.
Yeah. So, we talked about a couple things tonight, and really it's all chalked up to common sense, all of it. Like, listen to what the police tell you. Know that there's 52 weeks in a year. Get creative with your little gas pump stickers. I mean, come on, guys.
So, you know what they call people that comply? They call them bootlickers. That's the boot. Don't be a bootlicker.
I don't know about you, man, but
if I'm a bootlicker, and guess what? I'm going to be home to see my kids goodnight too. You remember a couple weeks ago, you said something about words that are being overused. I'm not going to say the words because they're all trigger words on YouTube.
They weaponize them.
But I will say this: there's a word that has been overused in the last year or two, probably 2 years, especially in youth sports. Right? You ready for this?
Okay.
The word elite. I hear the word elite all the time. And it's like, oh, elite this, and this is elite, and that's elite. Everything's elite. Like all these companies are now elite. It's like, listen,
so
dude,
when you say it in reference to youth sports, what do you mean? Like parents on the sidelines screaming it, or
no, like teams. Like, so in soccer, there's different divisions.
Teams.
Yeah, there's like Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. And it's like my son plays for Tampa Elite, or he plays for Florida Elite, or, Pinellas Elite. Okay. And it's like, your kid sucks, bro. Like, your kid's not elite. He doesn't play for an elite team. So I see the word elite. Like we got.
Well, let me ask you something. Does your boys' team whoop up on those elite teams?
Yes, we are actually in first place.
Well, good.
They finished. The season's over. My son's team won first place.
And what is your son's team called? The Bootlickers?
We're called the Tampa Bay United Bootlickers, and we just beat the Florida Premier Cheese Dicks Elite.
My goodness.
So Yeah, that's another word that I'm starting to see, and we were
Let me
looking
ask you a
to.
question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You get a phone call one day, and this guy's on the phone. He's like, "Yeah, Mr. Mac, can we talk? We're interested in your son's ability on the soccer field on the pitch, and we would like to have him join the Tampa Bay Elites." What are
Yes,
you saying at that moment?
I'm gonna be like, my motherfucking son is an elite. Is your kid elite, motherfucker?
Hey, but is your son joining that team? They're trying to scout him. Are you letting him join?
If
Or are you going to stand behind your principles of saying that you're sick and tired of that
if
word
listen,
elite?
listen, I'm not saying that things can't be elite, but what I'm saying is not everybody's elite. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Not everybody's like me, and sometimes you.
So
Yeah,
why
you
do you
knew
think they
52
do it?
weeks.
Why do you think they label these teams? Is it just a marketing ploy to get
Yeah,
people to pay money to join that club? Because
yeah.
I
Nobody
know
nobody wants to play for the.
In the Baltimore area, there are like Copper Mine and Premier League and different leagues for youth soccer.
Yeah.
And geez, man, these parents pay some serious cash. I mean, like
Over 3 grand.
$5,000 a season.
How much?
5.
Yeah. And then there's jerseys and all kinds of
No,
shit, dude.
I'm saying that $5,000 covers all of that.
Oh,
It covers the
yeah, that's
pictures, the jerseys, the travel.
tournaments, all
Now,
kinds of
when
stuff.
you go and travel, you have to get your own hotels and stuff. It doesn't cover
Yes.
that.
Yes.
And does not
You're
cover food.
speaking to the choir, my friend. We have to, you know how many weeks a year we have to do that?
52.
52. So listen, as we wrap this show up, I want all you dipshits out there to ask your friends, but be careful because you will be shocked. You are going to be surprised. Ask your mom and dad or your cousins and your aunts and uncles, and you're going to figure out some of them might be the R word, but some of them won't. And I hope it's not you. There's people out there right now watching this show that are asking ChatGPT, shit, fact check this, because they don't know. I bet you there's people out there like, I am 1000% sure it's 48. Somebody will say to you, well, what about a leap year?
Oh, man, we've got to do a little bit of homework. The Mandela effect is growing.
Which one?
The Mandela effect. Like there's more things coming out,
Then let's do that next week.
Oh my goodness. Let's see what we can come up with. Because I was just reading something. I don't know how accurate it is. Like you said, you can't trust anything on. But, there's a lot of talk about that reset that happened in 2012. And, people woke up at 4 a.m, not knowing what was going on, power outages. That was the biggest power outage on the planet. And it all happened like 96% of India lost its power.
Wow. I was going to say something really, I am getting, dude, I think we're maturing. I think we are, because I was about to say something.
I want to be a boy forever. I never want to grow up. I want to
was,
live in Neverland and fight Captain Hook.
I had a really good one too, but there is a filter.
I mean, it's coming together slowly but surely. It's the year of the horse.
Don't call me Shirley. So listen, ask your friends. 52 weeks, not 54. There's 50 states. Ask your friends some questions. Then John, I want to hear from you tomorrow. That's your homework. By this time tomorrow, I want to hear answers.
You're going to have a whole entire video of the day, and the only thing is I got to find out if I can just post people's faces, or do I got to
Probably not. They're going to be like, especially if they're wrong, they're going to be like, if you post this, I will bring you to HR.
Oh my.
And HR will be like, John, you can't do that. There's only 50 weeks in the year for us to be talking about this.
You know what, Ronan? I think what we need to do is just really figure out how to put us out there for certain things like this, to have fun with it and get a camera in front of people's faces and, have a consent form.
Well,
and go out in public. The weather's beautiful and we can keep it anti-political. So it's just all fun and good nature. Just walk through a Walmart and randomly ask people.
Well, we do live about 1,100 miles away from each other, so that might be a problem. But
why is that?
Because
you go do it on your own, and I'll do it on my own.
Oh, dude, if we were together, listen, if we were together, this show would be gone already. It would be light years ahead of it.
Let me ask you something. How hard is it to be able to do that content like that, interviewing someone on the fly? 2-3 questions, pause, continue to the next person, whatever you want to do, in a public setting with the metas?
Very easy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I may just have to bite the bullet and go get a set of metas now.
Oh my God, dude, you were supposed to do that like 6 months ago.
Ronan, you know the situation right
So,
now.
but listen,
Chill out, bro.
that's the easy part. The hard part is doing it by yourself because, like, if you and I were together,
Was just building up the courage,
not
hoping you
only
don't
that,
get
but
jumped.
like, it just comes off weird. Like if some random guy walks up and like, so tell me how many states are in, how many weeks are in a year? They're gonna be like, "Psst, pepper spray this bitch." But
That would be hilarious.
if they're like I realized it when I went to that No Kings protest. When I got there, I was like, whoa, I'm like crossing enemy lines, dude. Like,
Right? Yeah.
so I thought about it. I was like, dude, I gotta like kind of blend in a little bit here because, dude, like I'm
I mean,
like
you did
looking
have a
around.
Fruit Loop shirt on. You were wearing a damn rainbow flag.
No, shut the fuck up. So if you walk in there and you're like in their zone, like they're mad, dude. Like you saw those videos, those people were like they wanted blood, bro. So I thought to myself, I was like, man, if you were with me, dude, we would have went in there and wrecked that place. We would have absolutely turned that place upside down. But like I can't just go in like willy-nilly by myself and just start asking hot ass questions and people were like, who is this guy? But maybe you come down for a long weekend and we'll go rip some shit up, you know?
Man, I wish I knew that there was a protest like the one that's coming up or whatever, the rally or whatever's
I
happening.
might go to it's on Saturday. Maybe I'll
Oh
maybe
my
I'll
God.
slide through.
What I would do to be able to fly down and just make that happen. And I'm off this weekend too.
But it would probably be better if I came up there because you're more of a democratic liberal state where
Well, I thought you were going to say something about me being that.
no, you're just gay. But anyway, so one day we'll get there and that'll be the day that we'll make Nick Shirley look like a little Peabody.
Man, we would have so much fun if we had that.
Yeah. There's plenty of people to talk to regardless of No Kings or not. There's a lot of mentally unstable people anywhere you go. Just ask them how
I
many
so
weeks.
badly want to just stick a mic in someone's face.
Well, see, nowadays you don't have to. Like I have
But yeah.
the little lavalier, like I got the little ones too. Like
Yeah.
these record I could interview somebody from my glasses and they don't even know that they're being recorded. They just talk to me like I'm people to people and I'm filming and recording the whole fucking thing.
And the one that you did with that lady who said,
Oh my God, the
DJ
tent spike.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
she was crazy.
The voice came out perfect. I mean, you could understand it as if you did have a mic in her face.
And you know what's crazy is that those are the same people that show up to all of these. So I guarantee you that the big heavy set chick who was telling me that story will be at this thing on Saturday. And your girl will probably be there too.
Then why aren't you going?
Because
What time is it? What time is it on Saturday? I'm asking, what time is it? Dude, hear me out really quick. I might buy a plane ticket and just fly down. Can I stay at your house?
dude, I'm not going to that fucking thing. I'll let you know because they'll probably be like
Let me know. It's in 48 hours. I gotta know.
there'll probably be like 15 people tops.
Oh my God. It would still be fun. I don't know. Whatever. You tell me.
Dude, that could be dangerous.
Dude, if you said come down for that and there was a reasonable plane ticket and I can get back by Sunday.
I guarantee you there's not a reasonable plane ticket. Have you heard about the TSA lately?
Guess what? I don't go through TSA lines, buddy.
Yes, you do now.
No, I don't, because I'm affiliated with TSA.
Okay.
Ronan, you know exactly what status I have.
That's another conversation about ICE at the airports. But
dude,
I love it.
Credentials.
What better way to find an illegal alien than to just grab them at the joint and put them back on a plane and leave?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with me? I'm trying to get to Florida to go to a rally and see my girl Sunshine.
Go to a rally. You sound like a Clue member.
Yeah, but we don't get to have those around here. They barely ever happen. You're in a perfect place. You've got like 4 in the last 3 months.
Yeah, and it's the same little group. I'll look at. You know what? I'll look into.
I just want to run into old girl.
I'll listen. I'll look if I can find where I saw that just to make sure that it's down here in Tampa. And who knows? Maybe we'll go do some jail time this weekend.
No. We're not gonna get in trouble like that.
All right, let's wrap this pony show up. So
right.
listen, the next time you get pulled over, listen here, Jack. Just be a bootlicker. All right, comply. Cop wants you to bend over. Hey, here you go, right up your bum. Listen. Hey, whoa, boom. Just lick the boot. And go to fuck home.
Right.
Don't be a fucking hero. All right.
And just remember, this is strictly for entertainment purposes only. We hope you enjoyed the show. Check us out on The PTE Show on YouTube and The PTE Show on TikTok. Toodaloo.